Chief, your past self isn't you because how the fuck can it be? Well, the experiences you've had have changed you fundamentally to your core. You know those opinions that you so strongly believed back then, well, you've got a different set now. And you will have a different set in the future. This doesn't mean that the mistakes you made in the past don't matter. No, they're still your responsibility, because at a time that was you, and it's your responsibility to be better. But with this detachment, we can understand that every time we wake up and it's a new day, it doesn't matter how good or bad you were yesterday, it's all about what you choose to be right now, because that's what it means to be a good person. It's a choice. It's not just something you are. You choose to be this every day. There's negativity, there's positivity, there's good, bad, evil in our minds, in our souls. We have the potential to do right and wrong every day. Your past self isn't you because the only thing that is you right now, the choices you make. So choose wisely. Do you ever look back at your past self and you just cringe because of the way he was, the mistakes he made? Well, be a bit grateful because he had to do those to get to you right now. I'm confronted with it every day. I've only been doing this since last July. We're coming up on a year. And sometimes I look back at my old videos and I cringe already. But I had to make those mistakes, that infantile stage. The infantile stage that I'm still in, by the way. Chief. The way I like to see it is that we are all different people throughout our lives. Because the amount we can change, if we're doing life properly, the amount we can change is astronomical. But that's okay. Remember who you were, embrace who you are becoming. Take the lessons, because when people do things that aren't you, because we are so judgmental of ourselves and of other people in the moment, but ultimately the judgment really is the most intense when it comes to ourselves. If you see yourself as different people, if you see your past not as you, but as an echo of what you used to be, there can be less judgment there. Yeah, you cannot agree with the things he did, but what lessons can you learn from him? Because the funny thing is, if you just convince yourself that it's you and it's always going to be you, that you're never going to change, then you're never going to be better. You can be whatever the fuck you want to be. You just have to choose it in the moment today. Because if you're so focused on who you were in the past and the mistakes you all made, you'll convince yourself that you're always going to make those mistakes, that you're always going to be that shit. No. Right now, you are choosing to be that shit. It's not his fault. The guy that made the mistake originally, because that's not you anymore. That's some different Don who's gone and died. It's you now. And you're choosing to make these mistakes, so stop fucking choosing to. Because if you want to be better, just be better. Yeah, I know it's not as simple as that sounds. But your past self isn't responsible for the mistakes and the shit you're in right now. Only you are, in the present moment. So take some fucking responsibility. Stop blaming your past self too. Yeah, okay, he's less experienced than you, but your future self is probably laughing at you right now. But if there's any inkling of gratitude you have for your life, or position you are in that's better than what you were, and he was fucking responsible for it. And he had to go through that infantile stage of being immature and stupid to get to where you are now. So if you want your future self to look back on you with kindness, maybe you do the same to your past, huh? Separate yourself from your mistakes in the past, only enough to know that you can and are different. You can be and are different. But don't avoid responsibility. Because you're capable of making the mistakes again, not because you're the same person, but because you're a human being. Your past self isn't you, and the reason that's beautiful is because you can be something different. And you will be again and again and again. And once you realize and embrace that, it just becomes a part of your life cycle. So be something brilliant. For your community, for your family, but most importantly for yourself. Be something brilliant. I'll see you tomorrow, Chief. Say less. Do more.